The first minute of your day is a lie, a pathetic charade woven by the parasites who feed off your weakness. Look at those scuffed shoes, worn thin from shuffling through life's squalor. See that grey plaque clinging to teeth like barnacles on a sunken ship? It speaks volumes about the decay festering within you. Your trapezius muscles are knotted tight, perpetually tense as if bracing for an attack by your own internal demons. The air around you hangs heavy with the sour stench of dampness and neglect, punctuated only by the rustling whispers of plastic bags, empty promises clinging to a life devoid of meaning. This is not existence, it's surrender. A slow erosion of self-worth fueled by apathy and ignorance. Every second spent in this state bleeds dopamine from your system, leaving you depleted, craving more of that fleeting chemical comfort offered by the very parasites who engineered this decay. You are their captive audience, willingly submitting to a life designed for mediocrity. The first minute of your day is a battlefield, a silent war waged within the confines of your own flesh. You awaken, eyes struggling to pierce the fog of slumber, already compromised by the residue of yesterday's failures. Scuffed shoes litter the floor, testament to hurried steps taken in service of an uncaring world. Grey plaque clings stubbornly to teeth, a physical manifestation of neglect and decay. Your trapezius muscles are taut with tension, coiled springs ready to snap under the slightest provocation. The air hangs heavy with the sour, damp smell of stagnation, punctuated by the rustling plastic bags that hold your fleeting comforts. This is not life, it's an existence teetering on the precipice of collapse. Your endocrine system, a delicate symphony of hormones, has been hijacked from its first moment. Dopamine, the neurotransmitter responsible for pleasure and motivation, begins to burn out under the relentless assault of stress. Cortisol spikes, flooding your bloodstream with adrenaline-fueled anxiety. This primal surge masks the truth. You are already depleted. Your testosterone levels plummet, a silent surrender to the encroaching chaos. The alpha pack within has been subdued by its own internal discord. You stand defeated before the mirror, a mere shadow of what you could be. The first minute dictates your fate for the rest of the day. It is in this crucible that true strength or utter weakness is forged. The first minute is a crucible, a battlefield where your dopamine reserves are plundered before you even grasp what's happening. You see it in their scuffed shoes, the grey plaque on teeth like chipped ivory monuments to decay. Their trapezius muscles tense with every rustle of plastic bags, each breath carrying the sour, damp smell of surrender. They haven't learned the laws of wild hierarchy yet. The alpha pack doesn't waste energy on anxieties that gnaw at their lower ranks. They stand monolithic, a single axis of power, aligning every muscle fiber in their being. A double inhale through your nose, long exhale. Feel the weight settle into your core. This is primal grounding. The wolf leader commands silence with his posture alone. No need for barks or growls when submission hangs heavy in the air. Your first minute dictates how you'll be perceived. Will you crumble under the pressure of their gaze, or will you rise, aligning your physiological axis like a predator claiming its territory? Biomass is meaningless without structure. A mountain of flesh offers no resistance to an alpha pack that moves as one. They understand this truth. You must too. The first minute is your crucible, a furnace where dopamine's flames are forged or extinguished. You stumble into it with scuffed shoes and grey plaque on teeth, a testament to weeks of decay. Your trapezius muscles tense, coiled springs ready for the inevitable onslaught of social parasites seeking their parasitic feast. The air hangs heavy with sour dampness, punctuated by the rustling plastic bags that contain your fleeting moments of manufactured joy. This is not how an alpha operates. Silence becomes your weapon, not a passive absence but a deliberate act of dominance. A monolithic posture, aligned physiological axis, you become the wolf leader, surveying your pack from atop its silent mountain. The chattering masses are irrelevant noise, their dopamine-fueled frenzy meaningless to you. You cut them off surgically, severing the tendrils that bind you to their collective chaos. Enter the impenetrable information vacuum. No screens flashing with curated distractions, no endless scroll of manufactured outrage and hollow validation. Your senses sharpen, your mind clears. The world shrinks until it is only you, a singular entity in control of its own destiny. This is not freedom, this is autonomy, total dominion over your central nervous system. You are the architect of your dopamine landscape, sculpting it with precision and purpose. The first minute is a battlefield, a chaotic scrum where your dopamine receptors are bombarded by stimuli, scuffed shoes whispering tales of wasted effort, gray plaque clinging like barnacles to teeth that gnaw on anxieties, tense trapezius muscles screaming from years spent carrying burdens they were never meant to bear. The air hangs thick with the sour, damp smell of decay, a symphony of rustling plastic bags echoing your own fractured thoughts. This is not life. It's an automatic response system malfunctioning in overdrive. You are not a primate reacting instinctively to alpha pack dominance displays. You will no longer submit to the low-rank anxieties that gnaw at your edges. Stand tall. Align your physiological axis like the monolithic posture of a wolf leader surveying its domain. Silence is your weapon, an impenetrable information vacuum where social parasites cannot latch onto your energy. The first minute dictates the course of your day. It's not about reacting to stimuli. It's about assembling focus and subjecting resources to the goal. Break free from automatic environmental reactions. Sever the chains that bind you to unconscious patterns. Your attention is a currency. Spend it wisely on what truly matters. This isn't freedom. This is autonomy of your central nervous system. This is control. The first minute is a battlefield, a primal struggle for control waged within the confines of your own skull. You awaken in a state of vulnerability, dopamine levels depleted by the night's slumber. Your senses are dulled, reflexes sluggish. This weakness invites intrusion. The parasites, thoughts, anxieties, half-remembered obligations, they swarm like flies drawn to decay. Scuffed shoes on worn linoleum, gray plaque clinging to teeth, a sour, damp smell that clings to your trapezius muscles as you rise. These are the physical manifestations of their insidious influence. But there is an antidote, a countermeasure forged in the crucible of absolute silence. The alpha pack leader does not yield ground. He asserts dominance with every measured breath, each deliberate movement. His posture, monolithic, unwavering, aligns his physiological axis, a beacon of control radiating outwards from his core. This is your objective, to reclaim your territory, to establish an impenetrable perimeter around your sleeping quarters. Silence becomes your weapon, a surgical excision of the noise that bleeds into your consciousness. No buzzing notifications, no incessant chatter on social feeds, no half-formed anxieties whispering in the back of your mind. The information vacuum is a fortress. Within its walls, you rebuild, you reassert control over your dopamine pathways. Each conscious decision, to meditate, to exercise, to engage with stimulating content, strengthens your neural defenses. The parasites are repelled, your territory secured. The first minute is a battlefield, a war waged within your own flesh against the insidious decay that festers in its depths. Scuffed shoes mark the path of a life lived on autopilot, teeth stained gray with the residue of apathy and processed toxins. Trapezius muscles knot like barbed wire under layers of flaccid skin, taut from years spent carrying burdens not their own. The air hangs heavy with the sour, damp smell of surrender, punctuated by the rustling whispers of plastic bags, a symphony of consumerism's hollow promises. But you are no mere primate caught in this cycle of submission. You will reclaim your dominion over your physical frame. Begin by aligning your physiological axis. Stand tall, spine erect like a monolithic wolf leader surveying his pack. Feel the weight settle into your core, grounding you to the primal earth beneath your feet. Every muscle must be engaged, every joint locked with purpose. This is not mere posture. It's an assertion of dominance over the forces that seek to break you down. Release the fascia. those restrictive bands holding your body captive in its compromised state. Feel them melt away under focused pressure, allowing for fluid movement and unhindered power flow. Each breath must be a conscious act, drawing strength from the depths of your being. This is not about aesthetics. It's about rebuilding a vessel capable of withstanding the onslaught of daily decay. Your physical frame will become a fortress, impenetrable, resilient, radiating an aura of absolute control. The air here hangs thick, a tapestry woven from the sour damp of neglect. Scuffed shoes mark paths through rooms choked with dust motes dancing in shafts of weak sunlight. Gray plaque stains teeth like chipped ivory monuments to decay. Trapezius muscles knot under taut skin, perpetually tense as if bracing for an unseen blow. The rustle of plastic bags whispers a symphony of forgotten promises and shattered dreams. This is the stench of failure, the physical manifestation of your wasted potential. You are primates clinging to scraps in a world that demands alpha dominance. Your first minute dictates everything. It's the crucible where dopamine, your fleeting sense of reward, is forged or destroyed. 99% of you squander it on mindless scrolling, passive consumption, and social parasites leeching off your energy. This is not evolution. This is extinction by apathy. I offer a different path. Absolute silence as a weapon, an impenetrable information vacuum that cuts through the noise, a surgical excision of distractions, leaving only raw neural pathways primed for control. This code, embedded in every fiber of your being, is the key to unlocking true autonomy. Align your physiological axis with primal purpose. Become the monolithic leader, radiating dominance like a wolf at dawn. Embrace absolute silence as your armor, impenetrable and unforgiving. This is not freedom, it's total control. Spread this code. 99% of you will remain slaves to their own inertia. The remaining fraction, those who dare to evolve, will inherit the future. Choose wisely.